Hello viewers, in this video tutorial we are going to look at the solution to NECO 2021 objective past question 3 and 4. Remember, this is a series of solution of 50 questions. We've taken the first two questions, and in this video lessons we'll take the next three questions, and uniquely this next two questions is on indices. Indices is a very important topic that must be taken in any high class or high school examination. So I want you to pay attention as we'll be looking at solutions to these two questions. Now let's go straight and then solve these two questions. In these two questions, we are asked to find the solution to evaluate 1 over 81 raised to power minus half over 0.3 times 0.909 raised to power 1 over 2. Now we're going to look at the first question. Now in this question, whenever you're given any question that has to do with indices, the first thing that should come to your mind is the laws of indices. And application of these laws can help you solve questions on indices appropriately. Now on indices, if you have any question, if you have any question that has to do with this, then you will know that 1 over 81, then you should know that 1 over 81, in case you have something like 1 over a, it can be equal to a raised to power minus 1, because that is what that is indical equation, fractional indices to this indical indices. So if we apply that to this value, we are going to have the solution. Our solution will now be what? 81 raised to power minus 1, all in brackets, minus 1 over 2, then times, we are going to also reduce 0.09. 0.09, if you change it to fraction, decimal to fraction, it will give us 9 over 100. Now point your calculator, 9 over 100 will give you 0.09, so that will give you over 1 over 2. So we've gotten that this will be all over what? This will be over 3 over what? 3 over 10 here, because it's only this that is carrying a fraction. So once we have done that, we will see that 3 over 10 is the same thing as what? 0.3. So we've reduced that fraction. The next thing now we'll have to what? We'll have to reduce further. So what can we multiply together? Now, having done that, we have to look at these indices. We'll ask ourselves, what can you raise to power 81 raise to power that will give us 81, such a way that it will cut off these two? That will help you simplify this equation. So that will give us, remember, 9 times 9 is 81. So that will give us what? That will give us 9 raised to power 2, right? Minus 1, all in bracket what? Minus 1 over 2 times this other one will give us what? Remember, in the law of indices, when you have your a raised to power 1 over 2, this can be equal to what? Square root of what? Square root of a. So we'll apply that here. If we apply that here, we're going to have square root of 9 all over what? All over square root of what? 100. So we've simplified that one. So this will be over what? This will be over 3 over what? 3 over 10. So we'll go ahead to simplify further. If we simplify further, we are going to have this other one to be what? To be 9 raised to power minus 2, right? Multiplied by minus 1 over 2 times 9, the square root of 9 will give us 3, right? Over square root of 100 will give us what? 10. And this will be over what? 3 over what? 10. So you see, we are simplifying it gradually. With this will cut what? This will cut this. So what we have remaining is what? Is 9 raised to power, right? Minus 2 times what? Minus 1 over what? Minus 1 over 2. So 2 will cut 2. Minus times minus will give us plus. So that will give us what? This will give us 9 raised to power minus what? That will give us 9 raised to power 1. And 9 raised to power 1 is equal to what? 9. So you see, that fraction that looks like a monster have been reduced to a value, and the result is what? The result is 9. So that's the solution to question number 4. Now let's look at how we can solve question number 5. It's question number 4. Now, I haven't done this solution to question number 3, and I know you followed exactly how we'll solve it. We are going to go ahead now and then look at how we'll solve question number 4. Now, question number 4, you are asked to evaluate. Now, you should remember that simplify and evaluate in mathematics is two different words, two different things. So if you are asked to simplify, it means you should reduce to a simpler what? You should reduce to a simpler term. But if you are asked to evaluate, that means you should find a value that is an answer to the solution. So number 1, we are asked to look for evaluate. So we are asked to find a value, an answer to the solution. But this time around, we are asked to simplify. So we are asked to reduce these values to the simplest what? Term. So what do we do now? Remember, 0.027 is a decimal. We'll change the whole decimal to a what? To a fraction. So if we change the whole decimal to a fraction, the first decimal will give us what? Remember how to convert your decimal to fraction. It is very, very important. After the decimal point, we have 3 zeros, 3 values. So that means that will give us 27 over what? That will give us 27 over 1000, which is 3 zeros, right? And that will be all over what? 1 over 3. So this will be multiplied by, the next one will have just 2 zeros. So it will give us 9 over what? 100 raised to power minus 3 over what? 2. So we've reduced that to a fraction. So the next thing we have to do is, in indices, whenever you are giving the value in a bracket, you should look for values you can raise to power. These values that you can raise, so look for a value you can raise to power these values here that will be same with what? With what is in this fraction. That way you can be able to clear the denominators of this fraction. So if we follow that line of reasoning, we will see that 27, we want to raise 27 to a power 3 over 27. 3 over 3 will give us what? 27, right? And 10 raised to power 3 will give us 1000, right? So that will give us what? This raised to power 1 over 3 times, now we'll do same here. 3 raised to power 2 will give us what? 9. And then 10 raised to power 2 will give us what? Will give us this 100. So that will give us raised to power what? 3 over what? 2. So you see the powers now, these powers are same with this what? With this denominator. That way we can be able to clear the denominator. So we'll go ahead to simplify for that. That will give us what? 3 over what? 3 over 10 raised to power 3 times what? 1 over 3 times 3 over 10 raised to power 2 times what? Minus 3 over what? Over 2. So you see 2 will cut 2, while 3 cut what? 3 cut 3. So in that value, we are going to have what? we're finally going to have 3 over 10, right, raised to power 1, which is 3 over 10 times what? Times this value, 3 over 10 raised to power minus what? Minus 3. So 3 over 10 raised to power minus 3. That is it. So you see that this is more like a base and they are what? The same. This is raised to power what? Let's not forget to put our raised to power 1 here. So we have a common base. Now remember, in the laws of indices, when you have a common base, you have a raised to power 2 times what? A raised to power 3. Your solution will be equal to what? A raised to power 2 plus what? Plus 3. And that will give us what? A raised to power 5. So if we follow that laws of log machine, that's laws of multiplication, we are going to apply it here. So that will give us what? 3 over what? 10, right? Then 1 plus what? Plus bracket minus what? 3. So plus times minus will give us minus. So that will give us what? 3 over 10 raised to power what? 1 minus 3 is minus what? 2. So you see, our solution is what? Our solution is 3 over 10 raised to power what? Minus 2. And the correct option is what? Is A. So you see, whenever you are given question like this in mathematics, all you need to do is to follow the laws of indices. And once you can be able to follow the laws of indices, you can be able to solve the solution appropriately. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you watch the question 5 and 6 of the NECO 2021 objective past question. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I want you to hit the subscribe button. We'll show you the best of mathematics, and we'll also give you updates on all your exams if you are taking exams here in Nigeria, and more like updates on exams, foreign exams like Cambridge, SAT, SAT, and GCSE. Most of these exams we take their past questions and you'll be able to appreciate them. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you watch our subsequent videos.